Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's talk about another medium problem on Leetcode today. String compression 3, Leetcode 3163. Even though this problem is marked medium, we will see it is actually an easy problem. In this problem, we are given a string word and we need to compress it using the following algorithm. We begin with an empty string comp, and while word is not empty, we have to use the following operation. Remove a maximum length of the prefix of word made of single character C, repeating at most 9 times, and append the length of the prefix followed by the character C to the output string comp. And in the end, we should return the string comp. So I think the most difficult part for this problem is this wording. What it is saying is remove the maximum length prefix of a word made of a single character C, repeating at most 9 times, right? So in simple terms, this means that counting the consecutive occurrence of each character up to a limit 9 and then appending the length of the prefix, that is consecutive count up till 9 of the character to the output string comp and that character as well. So I think the wording is a difficult part, but now let's see the examples. In example 1, the string given to us is A, B, C, D, E. So first character we see is A and maximum length prefix of A is 1. So we append 1A to our output. Then we see character B and maximum length prefix of character B is 1. So we append 1B to the output, and similarly for C, D, E, we will append 1C, 1D and 1E to the output. Hence our output is 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E. Similarly, in example 2, we have 14 A's and 2 B's in the string. So first character we see is A and maximum length prefix of A will be 14. But in this problem, the maximum length prefix allowed for a single character is up to 9. So we will add 9 and corresponding character A to the output, and then we again start counting for remaining characters of A. And this time maximum length prefix of A will have 5 A's. So we will append the length 5 and the corresponding character A to the output. And after A's we will see B, and maximum length prefix of B will be 2. So we will append 2B to the output. And now we are done with the input string. So our output is 9A, 5A, 2B. Now in terms of solution, we can run the simulation like the problem demands. So we are given a string word and our task is to compress it. So we begin with an empty string called comp, and while the word is not empty, we use the following operation. We remove the maximum length prefix of a word made of a single character C, repeating at most 9 times. That is, we count the consecutive occurrences of each character up to a limit of 9 and then adding that count as well as that character to the output string. And because we are modifying the output string repeatedly, in Java, it is better to use mutable string implementation like string builder. So then our algorithm will be to traverse on the input string character by character, counting the consecutive occurrences of the characters. And whenever we hit the count of 9, we will reset the count to match the requirements of the problem. But before that, we will append the count and the corresponding character to the output string. So now let's see this in action. So first character we see is A. So we increment the count of A to 1. Then we see A again. So we increment the count to 2. And we will continue till we are at index 8 in the input string, as now the count becomes 9. So since we have hit the count 9, we will append 9 as well as character A to the output. And now we can reset the count to 0. Then we again see A. So we increment the count to 1. Then it becomes 2, 3, 4 and 5. And now the character changes to B. So before resetting the count to 0, we will append 5A to the output. So now we can reset the count to 0. Now the next character we see is B. So we increment the count to 1. Then we increment the count to 2. And now we are done with the input string. So we will append 2B to the output, and that will be our answer. So now let's jump into the code part. First, let's define the output string comp as a string builder. Now we will loop on the input string word character by character until it is empty. First, let's get the character at ith index. Let's also define the count variable to track the consecutive count of this character. Initially, it will be equal to 0. Now to count consecutive occurrences of this character, we can loop on the string starting from current position of course within the bounds, and check if the ith character matches this character and the count is still less than 9. If that happens, then we will move I forward as well as increment the count by 1. And now we would have come out of loop either when the character would have changed or we would have hit the maximum count of 9. So in either case, we will append the count as well as character to the output string. And now we are done with the outer loop as well. So finally we can return compressed string as our output. Let's run this code. Let's submit this code. Cool. In terms of time complexity, it will be O of n, where n is the length of the input string. Even though this looks like a nested loop, we are actually incrementing the I inside the innermost loop and we are going through each character only once. And in terms of space complexity, it will be O of n because we are storing this result in the output string. And in the worst case, output string can be twice the length of the input string. For example, in the case when no two characters in the input string are consecutive, like the string ABC, then the output will be 1A, 1B, 1C, which is twice the length of the input string. So that's all for this video. I hope this video was useful to you. If it was, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit from it. If you haven't subscribed the channel yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss an update. Your support helps me create more content like this. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.